Christabel, a poem written by Samuel Taylor Coleridge. Samuel Taylor Coleridge, a leader of the British Romantic movement, was born on October 21st, 1772, in Devonshire, England. His father, a vicar of a parish and master of a grammar school, married twice and had 14 children. The youngest child in the family, Coleridge was a student at his father's school and an avid reader. After his father died in 1781, Coleridge attended Christ's Hospital School in London, where he met his lifelong friend Charles Lamb. While in London, he also befriended a classmate named Tom Evans, who introduced Coleridge to his family. Coleridge fell in love with Tom's older sister Mary. Coleridge's father had always wanted his son to be a clergyman. So, when Coleridge entered Jesus College, University of Cambridge in 1791, he focused on a future in the Church of England. Coleridge's views, however, began to change over the course of his first year at Cambridge. He became a supporter of William Friend, a fellow at the college whose Unitarian beliefs made him a controversial figure. While at Cambridge, Coleridge also accumulated a large debt, which his brothers eventually had to pay off. Financial problems continued to plague him throughout his life, and he constantly depended on the support of others. En route to Wales in June 1794, Coleridge met a student named Robert Southey. Striking an instant friendship, Coleridge postponed his trip for several weeks, and the men shared their philosophical ideas. Coleridge wed Sarah in 1795, in spite of the fact that he still loved Mary Evans, who was engaged to another man. Coleridge spent the next few years beginning his career as a writer. He never returned to Cambridge to finish his degree. In 1795, Coleridge befriended William Wordsworth, who greatly influenced Coleridge's verse. Coleridge, whose early work was celebratory and conventional, began writing in a more natural style. From 1797 to 1798, he lived near Wordsworth and his sister Dorothy in Somersetshire. In 1798, the two men collaborated on a joint volume of poetry entitled Lyrical Ballads. The collection is considered the first great work of the Romantic school of poetry and contains Coleridge's famous poem, The Rime of the Ancient Mariner. In 1817, he published Biographia Literaria, which contained his finest literary criticism. He died in London on July 25th, 1834. Most of his subject matter has the characteristic of his literary text. He used supernatural elements and the visionary elements in his poems. The supernatural elements, extraordinary and mysterious, that can be found in human nature. Nature is not only the subject matter, he also talks about psychology of the character. The language he used was sophisticated, elaborated, and ornamented. He said, the best part of human language is derived from reflection on the acts of mind itself. It is formed by a voluntary appropriation of fixed symbols to internal acts, to processes and results of imagination. The language of poetry undoubtedly comes from imagination, the way poet perceives the world and translates it for everyone. The purpose of poetry, according to Coleridge, is to give pleasure, and this pleasure is from whole part and from each component part. For example, if you read a novel, you take pleasure from the whole part, and if you read a poem, you take pleasure from its each part. Now let us look what is there in the poem. Christabel is a long narrative ballad by Samuel Taylor Coleridge, written in two parts. The first part was reputedly written in 1797 and the second in 1800. Coleridge planned three additional parts, but these were never completed. Coleridge prepared for the first two parts to be published in the 1800 edition of Lyrical Ballads, but on the advice of William Wordsworth, it was left out. The exclusion of the poem, coupled with his inability to finish it, left Coleridge in doubt about his poetical power. It was published in a pamphlet in 1816 alongside Kubla Khan and the Pains of Sleep. Here is the synopsis of the poem. The story of Christabel concerns a central female character of the same name and her encounter with a stranger called Geraldine, who claims to have been abducted from her home by a band of rough men. Christabel goes into the woods to pray by the large oak tree, where she hears a strange noise. Upon looking behind the tree, she finds Geraldine, who says that she had been abducted from her home by men on horseback. Christabel pities her and takes her home with her. However, supernatural signs like a dog angrily moaning despite being asleep, fading flames on torches suddenly reigniting, Geraldine being unable to cross an iron gate, denial of prayer, seem to indicate that all is not well. They spend the night together. But while Geraldine undresses, she shows a terrible but undefined mark. Behold, her bosom and half her side, a sight to dream of, not to tell. And she is to sleep by Christabel. Christabel's father, Sir Leoline, becomes enthralled with Geraldine and orders a grand procession to announce her rescue. He ignores the weak objections of his daughter, who, although under enchantment, is starting to realize the enormity of Geraldine's malign nature. The unfinished poem ends here.